No, you know what? I am censoring myself for the good of the left unity.
Yeah.
If you were adults, you'd be anarchists. Moving on.
Oh, now, here's where we finally find out the truth. Yeah, it's Liam. Liam is the anarchist among us.
Yeah, that's right.
Voted off the spaceship.
I think that's been known because someone said that the mask slipped when I went on a rant about the EU banning cigarettes.
He became prime minister sort of for the purpose of withdrawing Hungary from the Warsaw Pact, and then I think it was Khrushchev at that point. He sent in the tanks to, stop that nonsense.
Crazy.
So this is this is something I wanted to maybe introduce. I mean, I think a lot of our, like ourselves and a lot of our listeners have, radical politics, right?
Yes. Liam's excused from this slide because he's an anarchist, but those of us who have real politics are going to talk about
it. So we have to talk about something called the Warsaw Pact.
Yeah, the good guys.
Yes.
And so we have to ask, what is the Warsaw Pact?
What is the Warsaw Pact? Yes.
It's a group good, actually.
It's a group of super friends who got together after the Second World War to try and contain NATO aggression by means of a multilateral defensive pact.
It's true. There was no kind of coercion there at all. Did I already ask, what did we learn?
We learned never to allow revisionism into the Presidium of the Supreme Soviet. Otherwise, soon your pension will be worthless and you will be unable to afford even the Pizza Hut that has opened in Red Square.
They needed to find a young anti-revisionist to run that country.
Yeah.
Rather than more fossils who have grown soft.
all of us are available. If anyone's asking, 2/3 of us are available. If anybody's asking, and
one
if
of
anyone
us will
wants
check
to,
himself into Gulag.
If you have a Soviet Union that needs running, ask Alice or I. We will step up to the task.
That's right. we will do that for you, the people. Our truest love.
I cannot be bothered, of course.
No, of course. You're too busy doing like brake light clinics.
Yeah.
I'm the vanguard of the revolution. God damn it. Whoa. Revolution. Not very exciting, it turns out.
Yeah.
outside the Yalta conference, changing the brake lights.
If you or a loved one has been affected by revisionism, hold on.
And in theory, it's an organization for quote-unquote mutual protection. However, in practice, it's just an easier way for Moscow to roll tanks into those countries should there be any attempts at establishing a democracy.
Wow, it's crazy how that works.
I know, right?
Not that we would ever,
Are you suggesting that this is just like red colonialism? Because I don't think that the Soviet Union would act imperialistically.
Oh, they would never do that.
That would not be praxis.
No.
It's because of the Soviet Union.
There you go, buddy.
You know about the Soviet Union. We're fans with some criticism.
Yeah. So
listen. I'm still embarrassed about the Adam Something episode. All right. I got to make up for it somehow. I'm triangulating.
We're not that anti-Soviet, okay? He says as we do an episode about how the Soviet Union fucks up. Yeah, Liam not included. Most of us have radical politics. And you have to look back on this thing called the Soviet Union, right?
Hold on. I have a drop for this. Let me just scroll down here.
This is going to be great when I do the bonus episode on communism. I will go full on PragerU. I will be unstoppable.
Sorry, Liam. What's that? I can't hear you over the sound.
Now, the kegs sometimes had a buildup of pressure in them, even after all the beer was gone. And because the people who ran the dump are fascists who frown on things like impromptu bombs.
That's not what it says. That's not what it says.
No, we're doing a little bit of censorship here.
That's not what it says.
As is our want living in the top left corner of this political compass.
Revisionist scum.
No, I'm being anti-revisionist.
You are being revisionist. You're literally revising what the nice listener wrote in.
That's not what revisionism is.
No.
It doesn't matter.
The revisionist, the fucking, okay, so the traitor who sent in the safety third used the word communists.
Yes. And I decided that for the purposes of political education,
you know how annoying it is to have to claim you two as comrades?
For the purposes of left unity.
Yes.
Yeah, you know how annoying left unity is? I'm just like, yep, out here with my two communist pals. God damn it.
So you may have radical politics. You have to strike some kind of balance on what I call the spectrum of communism.
Oh, a thing communists are famously good at is striking a balance.
Yeah, but it was a photo of the Israeli wall around Gaza, which sort of leads me to my point, right? Which is it comes into two flavors.
No borders, no nations. I agree. Yes. Now, end the episode.
Yeah. It's more nuanced than that.
No, it isn't.
I don't know how relevant it is to this discussion, but there are a lot of off ramps where the Soviet Union could have, created a more sustainable version of socialism, and they just chose not to.
It's legitimately like a human and a political tragedy. Like when I say that the wrong side won the Cold War, I don't mean because the Soviet Union was like an unalloyed good, right? It's that it could have been. It was the only thing that could have been in that context. Yeah. And it's just that they fumbled the bag on a world historical level, and now we live in the terrible consequences.
This shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The way I see it is that the Soviet Union was always sort of an event horizon for an alternative. It was a shitty alternative, but it was an alternative. You had someone trying something else.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't working, but they were trying something else. Whereas now everyone's just kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, more of this, more capitalism.
It's important though to remember too that y'all are babies, and the only solution is an anarchist. And I'm just yanked off stage.
Yeah. So yeah.
Liam has been replaced.
So there's one guy in this demonstration who's like that, and then there's one guy on the other side.
Me in the back. Like,
yeah. Yeah, and then there's one other guy on the other side who's like, what I would like is a kind of soft annexation into neoliberalism where all of the most corrupt parts of the East German state administer the transition and enrich themselves. And then we fuck the economy and vote for AfD.
Yeah, one guy on the back's like, woo, Christian Democrats!
Have you guys heard of Kropotkin, like getting shit thrown at me?
No, the lesson to be learned here, you see a wall? Tear that shit down.
Yeah.
Just punch it. Yeah. Punch it enough time.
Yeah, punch it. Punch a hole in the drywall.
Well, I think we're like all anarchists on this one. Yeah.
You got a wall in your house? Fuck it.
Make it open Liam, plan. You did it.
You won. Out the ranks, yes.
Every single one of us like rejects a state's sort of like the idea of a state's moral right to impose a wall on its borders. So
yeah.
Yep.
No walls, no masters.
Right. That's right. I have stuff for you to read. That's right.
Why are you handing me this vegan tray bake of brownies?
No, I'm not doing that. No one gets fed.
No, we got the non-vegan brownies. They're made of meat.
These are my meat brownies.
This is your tendency. It's called not bombs.
Yeah.
Who's gonna make the medicine?
I love medicine. Not very good at the whole animal liberation thing yet, but
I'm punching the wall next to me right now.
Yeah,
hurting my nuts.
Just go in on it like old boy,
No, it's made of brick. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, like
also, it supports the apartment above me, so I probably don't want to tear that one down yet.
Огнем кинжальным, как поближе подпущу.